Good evening, race fans, and welcome to South Boston. Tonight's site of excitement here for the Vermont and New Hampshire RacingNews.com iRacing Series. It's only 2 more races tonight and next week to decide our champion. And we have got some pretty good battles, I think, getting ready to brew for tonight. Let's go over point standings. As soon as we find a driver that's going out on track, we're going to do that first. How about Scott Roachford in the 72? Point standings as coming in tonight. First place, 334 points. It's going to be Casey Beati. 4-time winner here this season. Does he have a 5th in him? We're going to find out tonight. Aiden Young, very quietly in 2nd spot with 318 points. Jake Grout in 3rd with 299. And it's going to be Stephen Roachford with 295, stuck in 4th spot in 5th. Another 4th place finisher, is Caden Fisher, also with 295 points from the season. And Colton Martin rounds out the top 6 with 280 points so far here this season. So a battle for 4th spot between Stephen Roachford and the 18 car, and well, he's not racing tonight, so that's going to be a little bit of a problem. It's going to be hard to keep your position, if you were, for Caden Fisher if he's not here tonight. Let's take some laps here around this track. '66, that's Stephen Roachford. Also want to drop this down. A big thank you goes out to the Farmyard store as our sponsor tonight, but also they're going to be sponsoring media coverage of all of the Flying Tiger Triple Crown races at White Mountain Motorsports Park and Thunder Road, as well as the ACT Tri-State Tiger Series on the Vermont and New Hampshire Racing News website. Make sure you go over to Vermont and New Hampshire Racing News, their website, for all of the latest news out there for the Northeast racing area. This is going to be big. I'm actually a crew chief for a Tiger team. And, yeah, it's going to be pretty fun this year. I have a feeling. So, yeah, make sure if you're in the area, check them out. And make sure you check out the Farmyard store as well. And thank them for sponsoring here tonight. Already out there, Alan Young, he's cheering on Aiden. All drivers have qualified. We'll be showing you that in just a moment. Actually, no, we're going to go to heat racing here in just a couple of moments. Right now, I believe that Dalton Kilroe, who is the race control here for the series, is having a little talk with the guys. Last week's race did not go exactly how anybody really wanted, so I think maybe he might be stressing the importance, if you will, of having a clean race. I believe that's what he's up to. And, yeah, man, it's going to be 100 laps here tonight. Again, got to thank Farmyard Store, really throwing down their support for Vermont and New Hampshire Racing News. Really love that. Racing season around the corner. How do I know? We started working on the race car on Sunday afternoon. That means it's almost time. And I cannot wait. Going to be spending some time over at White Mountain myself. Going to be spending some time at Thunder Road. Of course, we have that trip over to Oxford all planned out and ready to roll. And, man, it's going to be, well, it's going to be a really quick summer is what it's going to be. Keeping us busy. Just about 40 seconds to go before heat racing begins here tonight. Should break it up into, I believe, possibly 3 heat races based on the number of drivers that we have had qualify here so far. Maybe 2. We had one driver that did not qualify. That may split it up into 2 heat races. Still thinking maybe 3. We're going to find that out here soon enough. Sam, thank you, brother. I don't think I'm going to come home first tonight, but I'll be there when they do. Last few weeks have been pretty rough racing, and these guys have had some room to do it. This week, South Boston, we're going to find out. The caution ticker is going to be on for sure. Here we go, as the cars are lining up now for heat number 1. Heat 1's going to look like this. It's going to be Casey Biotti driving his number 45 on the inside front row. Then it's going to be Colton Martin to his outside. Logan Powers going to be starting in the 3rd spot. Chad White to his outside. Then the 43 of Kyle Willis going to be starting in the 5th spot to his outside. Tyler Cahoon and Jeremy Cody is going to take shotgun on the field. Of course. Well, we're going to leave it up anyway. We'll see if it straightens itself out or if I have to go in and manually do it. We'll find out here in just a few. It's not going to. Who am I kidding? There it is. Sam, you didn't have to do that. My goodness. Making Guy blush, for crying out loud. Way to send it to yourself. I love it. Here we go. Green flag out for the first time here tonight at South Boston. Right about now as Casey Biotti hits the loud pedal. Biotti, Martin, battling for top spot. Logan Powers moves up to the top. Chad White all by himself, a battle for 4th spot between Kyle Willis and Tyler Cahoon. Willis on the inside, Cahoon on the outside. That one's still working its way through it. Here comes the 45, your race leader, Biotti. Logan Powers looking down to the inside now. Powers looking to try and take over that 2nd spot. Can't quite get there. Logan Powers in 3rd as the cars go nose to tail. Tyler Cahoon slips 1 back to 7th spot. Jeremy Cody up 1 into the 6th position. 11 laps to go for Casey Biotti. He is leading heat number 1. Martin and Powers right on the coattails. Casey Biotti leads them through 9 laps to go. Biotti started on the pole, is on the pole. He is leading the way. Colton Martin started to his outside. Couldn't quite hold on the outside, but has fallen into position 2. It is going to be tough to pass here. Cars get a little bit squirrely coming out of the corners. Not anything like it was last week. See Logan Powers kind of searching around, looking for a line that may work just a little bit better. We're going to find out if he's able to find it. Take the top-down view and see how much lower Powers is. And then, did you see him have to correct those front tires? Biotti with 4 laps to go. Half a second lead now over Martin. Colton Martin falling back a little ways. So is Logan Powers. Tyler Cahoon was able to pass Jeremy Cody, so he's back up to his starting position. All the drivers right where they started at the drop of the green flag. Biotti continues to lead the way. Parallel flags are up. White flag now in the air. One more lap for Biotti to get around this just shy of 4/10 of a mile track. Checkered flag is out. Biotti gonna win heat number 1. Colton Martin, Logan Powers, Chad White, and Kyle Willis gonna be your top 5 finishers. And here's going to be the grid for heat number 2. Starting is number 66 from the pole. It's going to be Stephen Rochfort. On his outside, the 13 of Ty Delphia. Inside row number 2, it's going to be the 3 car of Daniel Sweeney. Brian Rogers makes his return tonight. He's going to be starting in 4th spot in his number 12. Jeffrey Champagne going to be starting his 01 in the 5th spot. Scott Rochfort going to be starting his 72 in the 6th spot. And Jason Goddard has shotgun on the field. Heat racing, so much fun. Pace car lights are off. We're getting set to go green once again here from South Boston, heat number 2. We'll see if anybody is able to make some passes happen on the outside so far tonight. No. Green flags out. And Rochfort with a great start. He's gone. Daniel Sweeney on the inside, able to take over 2nd spot. But Stephen Rochfort with a killer start, and Ty Delphia now stuck on the outside. Oh, the 01 of Champagne may have got just a little too low. That allows Brian Rogers to go around. Rogers looking really strong here in heat number 2. Down the back stretch we go. Stephen Rochfort leads the way into turn number 3. Last lap, the fastest lap was Brian Rogers, a 14.77. Rochfort beats him out that time, a 14.72. These two guys trading back and forth. The leader and the 4th place driver sharing top spot on the quickness board here tonight. Jason Goddard driving the 17. He's up 2 spots into the 5th spot. Jeffrey Champagne and Scott Rochfort follow him. Up top, though, it's Stephen Rochfort. The 66 has already got himself a 7/10 of a second lead, and it's fixing to be more at the end of the front stretch. Daniel Sweeney, the number 3 on timing and scoring. The red, number 12, out on track with Ty Delphia. Delphia starting to inch towards the rear bumper of the 12 machine. Ty Delphia's got to feel like he's in between a 12 sandwich out there. Steven Rochefort continues to add to his lead now. Almost 9/10 of a second as he dives it into 1 and 2. Delphia is trying to get off from 2, but he got a little squirrely, and squirrely again coming out of turn 4 there. Second, third, and fourth doing battle. Right now, Brian Rogers is kind of backed off just a little bit. Ty Delphia, Daniel Sweeney getting it on for second spot. Delphia looking for a way with 3 laps to go. Little touch on the rear bumper for Dan Sweeney from Ty Delphia, just to let him know he's there. And that was about the best example of a little bump that I've seen on iRacing. Nobody lost traction, nobody got hurt. Good clean racing as the white flag comes out for Steven Rochefort. Rochefort down the backstretch, heading into turns 3 and 4 for the final time in heat number 2. Caution flag, checkered flag is out. My goodness. I'm still used to last week, I guess. It's going to be Rochefort, Sweeney, Delphia, and Rogers. Your top 4, Jason Gaudette rounds out the top 5. Oh, Lordy. Heat number 3. And it's a strong one. Jake Grout is going to have the pole here for heat number 3. Ethan Tyrell to his outside. Aiden Young going to be starting his 69 and 3rd spot. Bill Porter, Casey Hodgson, Jarvis Sodile, and Andrew Harmon will make up the 7 cars in heat number 3. I want to go ahead and thank everybody for tuning into True Sim Productions tonight. You're watching the Farmyard Store 100 live here at South Boston. Got to thank Farmyard Store for stepping into sponsorship role here tonight and all season long for the Vermont, New Hampshire Racing News. Pace car lights are off and heat number 3 is about to begin. Jake Grout takes the green flag and dives it into turn 1. He has got the lead. Coming out of turn 1, Ethan Tyrell going to try and hold on the outside. Here comes Aiden Young. Aiden Young now forces his way to the inside. Young going to try and take it right here through 1 and 2. Couldn't quite clear the 23 of Tyrell that time by. Aiden Young still looking to complete the pass over Ethan Tyrell. Oh, we got one going into the wall. That's Kason Hodgson. Hodgson keeps it going in the right direction. We stay under green. Jake Grout still leading the way. Andrew Harmon did not start the race. Bill Porter did not start the race. So right now, Jake Grout leads the way, a 14.73 last time by. 14.74 last time they crossed the line. Aiden Young also pulling a 14.74. 1 and 2 running identical lap times. This time, Aiden Young was able to pick up a little bit. Looks like Hodgson tried to come out of pits, may have had a problem. Back into pit road he goes. 4 cars on track for heat number 3 to finish this one up. 9 laps to go. Jake Grout, Aiden Young, Ethan Tyrell, and Jarvis Sodile. Drake Grout with now a half a second lead over Aiden Young. Young trying to figure out a way to chip into it just a little bit so far. Not there. Just not there so far. Looks like Aiden may be just a little bit quicker on the straightaways. Jake maybe letting it sail into the corners a little bit more. Here's your differences in times. Oh, Aiden Young starting to close it down a little bit here with 5 laps to go. Does he have what it's going to take to get to the rear bumper of the 49? And then what do you do? Jake Grout and Aiden Young. Ethan Tyrell third. Side aisle hanging back in the 4th spot. Aiden Young is starting to get a little bit closer. It's down to 0.3 of a second now coming off the backstretch. Aiden Young has been very, very quiet this season and yet finds himself in second place in points behind the 45 of Casey Biotti. White flag is out. This is the last chance for Young. A 1/4 of a second behind. Grout takes the high line, and Jake Grout gonna win heat number 3. Aiden Young, Ethan Tyrell, and Jarvis Sodile, Kason Hodgson, your top 5. And that leads us to the grid for 100 laps of action here tonight. Starting on the pole, it's going to be the 45, King of the Mountain, Casey Biotti. To his outside, the 66 of Stephen Rochford. Jake Grout going to pick up 3rd. Colton Martin in his number 4 car, starting in 4th. Daniel Sweeney going to be starting in the 5th spot with Aiden Young in 6th. Logan Powers going to be starting in 7th. To his outside, Ty Delphia in the 13. Ethan Tyrell going to be starting the 23 car in 9th spot. Chad White in the 8 in 10th. Brian Rogers picks up an 11th place starting spot with Jarvis Sodile in the 42, starting in 12th. Starting in 13th tonight, it's going to be the 43 of Kyle Willis. Jason Goddett in the 17, going to be to his outside. Kason Hodgson, Tyler Cahoon, 15th and 16th. Scott Rochford, Bill Porter, Jeremy Cody, Jeffrey Champagne, and Andrew Harmon. 2 drivers not driving, and going to be Andrew Harmon and Bill Porter. They opted not to run in the race, and in fact have disconnected. So we're going to have 19 drivers battling it out here tonight. 100 laps. Pace car light is off. Again, thank you very much for tuning in to True Sim Productions. Easy for you to say, Sam. Pace car lights are off, the car is off, and we go green. Biotti with a good start. Biotti jumps out to the race lead. Stephen Rochford on the outside, trying to battle back. He's got Jake Grout to the inside. Grout battles hard on the inside. He's going to take over 2nd spot, and here comes Colin Martin. Martin now in the 4th. Takes over the 3rd spot, and Stephen Rochford going backwards. Dan Sweeney now takes over the spot. That puts Stephen Rochford all the way back to the 5th spot already as caution flag rolls. Caution number 1 on the evening. Let's go back and take a peek. Chad White may have gotten a little bit loose, and Ryan Rogers wasn't expecting it. So, caution number 1. The 8 is going to pick up the EOL, bringing out that first caution of the evening. So he'll drop back to the end of the line. Ryan Rogers did pick up some damage to the right front, torn up. Left front's not so good either. Casey Biotti, Jake Grout, Colin Martin, Daniel Sweeney going to be rows 1 and 2 when we take the green flag again. Pace car lights are still on. Five laps down out of 100. Serving out caution number 1. Cars are filed in 2 by 2 now. Pace car lights are off. We go green this time. Biotti, Grout, Martin, and Sweeney. And here we go. Biotti back out up front. Martin able to take over the second spot. Jake Grout falls in line in third. Sweeney holds on the fourth, and Logan Powers right now is getting passed by Stephen Rochford, the inside line, doing its job. Powers now going to tuck back in under the 66. Big news as Biotti is falling back, way back. Not sure exactly what happened, but we are under caution. As Casey Biotti fell way, way back. Let's see if we can figure out what happened to the 45. Not sure what happened there. How about right here? We'll check this out. Ryan Rogers to the inside. Jeffrey Champagne. And the 01 right behind. Oh no, it was in front of him. So Champagne gets spun, it looks like. We'll figure it out. The 44 got into the 01. That's Jeremy Cody, gets into the 01. And that could be great news for Biotti because he was woed way, way up. Oh, okay. Well, here we go. Caution's going to be on the 44. And word is from race director Nolan Kilroll, Biotti changed lanes before crossing the start-finish line, and that is a drive-through penalty. So Biotti comes in as the points leader. He can't afford to make those kinds of mistakes, and yet here we are. Yeah, I had to check something, Sam. That's what I was doing. Colin Martin with a good start that time. Martin going to be the race leader. Jake Grout right behind him. 16 laps of 100, and the top two drivers starting to make some separation. Here comes Stephen Rochford in the 66, trying to get it done on the outside, and Sweeney pulls back even. Oh, Rochford hanging on for dear life as they are going around behind him. Oh, what a mess. Caution number 3 on lap 18. They have got to give the 17 a chance to get this thing righted. Let's go back and take a peek, see what happened here. Okay. Well, I believe that one might be on the 15, Kaysen Hodgson. So it looks like he may have gotten into the back of Godet. And it's going to go against Godet, so race control felt like he didn't leave enough room for Kaysen to be racing. The 17 picks up the EOL. He joins the 45 at the tail end of the field. Colin Martin had a great start last time by. We're going to see if he can do it again. Jake Grout was trying to hold on the outside and was able to get to the back bumper of the 4. Stephen Rochford has made his way back up into the 3rd spot. Daniel Sweeney in 4th. Logan Powers rounds out your top 5, the 31 car. It's going to be Ty Delphia, Aiden Young, Kyle Willis, and Jarvis Sotile. Rounding it out as the cars fold in 2 by 2, getting ready to go back under the green flag. We'll be working lap 23 when we go back green. We'll see if Colton Martin can get another good restart. Oh, yes, he does. Down the backstretch we go. It's going to be Martin and Grout. Stephen Rochford in 3rd. Sweeney on the outside. It's going to hold on to the 4th spot. Logan Powers not able to capitalize on the inside. Aiden Young trapped on the outside of the 42. Jarvis Sotile right now. Young has got to be careful. Comes in tonight 2nd in points to Casey Biotti. So if he can finish ahead of Biotti, he'll be gaining ground here tonight. Back up top, Colin Martin getting it done. Jake Grout trying to figure it out. And Stephen Rochford starting to fall back a little bit. So top 2 starting to spread their wings and fly. Stephen Rochford backing up just a little bit. Clean air could be the difference. Casey Biotti restarted 18th. He is currently setting in the 14th position, so he is moving up It's going to be slow here at South Boston. Very tricky track to pass on. Colton Martin now starts to put a little distance between himself and Grout. About 0.4 of a second is the differential. Laps down, 68 laps to go. Colton Martin leads another one. Colton Martin looking to have himself a decent night tonight. He's in the hunt, has to have a lot of things go his way. Jake Grout, another driver that's in the hunt for the championship, again, needs a couple of breaks. Jake Grout about 19 points behind Aiden Young. Colton Martin sits in the 6th spot with 280 points to Casey Biotti's 334. Happy to help. Sorry about the 2-hour drive. That's terrible. Tyler Cahoon up to 14th spot, up 2 positions since the drop of the green flag. Biggest mover right now, he sits in 8th spot. It's Kyle Willis in the 43. He's up 5. Martin, Grout, Rochefort, your top 3. Checking in on the points leader, Casey Biotti, up to 10th now. Biotti getting aggressive, getting towards the front. Martin holding pace on Jake Grout, 0.3 of a second. Stephen Rochefort starting to climb back in. The 66 is starting to catch up. Tires might be right where he likes them. Kaysen Hodgson having problems. Kaysen Hodgson, and the caution comes out. 4th caution of the evening. Working lap number 44, and the 15's bringing it down pit road. Oh, look out! No! Kaysen, no! Oh, boy. All right, well, let's go back. $15 gets under the 1, lets it sail. Don't know if he just got tight or couldn't make the apex or what, but then he comes down pit road. We're going to watch this one through. Sorry, Kaysen, I got to do it. Clips the 66 coming into pit road. Oh, boy. That is not going to make Stephen Rochefort a happy camper. In fact, Rochefort ended up not coming down pit road. He's there now, but gonna lose a ton of track position to do it. Wow. right, well, up top. Man, oh man, weird stuff going on tonight. It's gonna be Colton Martin and Scott Roachford. Where did he come from? How about 15 spots back? Jake Grout gonna be restarting in the 3rd spot. Logan Powers in 4th, and Jeremy Cody in the 5th spot. Daniel Sweeney gonna be restarting in 6th. Ethan Tyrell in 7th. Casey Biotti 8th. Aiden Young 9th. And Ty Delphia restarting in the 10th spot. Biggest loser of that pit stop is going to have to be Stephen Roachford through no doing of his own. Cars starting to form in 2 by 2. We're getting ready to go back under the green flag. It'll be lap 50, halfway done with this race when we retake the green flag. Green flag's out. Colton Martin with a good strong jump. Jake Grout's going to take over the 2nd spot from 3rd. Scott Roachford trying to hold on to the 3rd spot. Ain't going to do it. Jeremy Cody in the 44 powers through on the inside. Jeremy Cody trying to complete the pass. Couldn't do it coming out of the corner. Got a little sideways. Scott Roachford to his outside still. Ethan Tyrell, Logan Powers sitting in wait, trying to figure out the best place to go. Aiden Young right there in 7th. It's a 9-car battle for 3rd spot. The outside line starting to go. Scott Roachford now takes control of the 3rd spot. Logan Powers going to try the same thing. Powers keeps it in the gas, and around Jeremy Cody he goes. The outside line starting to get a little racy here. Now Powers jumps down to the inside. Logan Powers is going to go for 3rd. Some fancy racing out of the 31 to jump 2 spots into 30. Oh, no! No. That's Jeremy Cody and Dan Sweeney. Sweeney facing the wrong way on track. As we are under caution for the 5th time here tonight. Let's go back. See if we can't figure out what happened here. Oh boy. That's some hard racing that resulted in some hard wrecking. Daniel Sweeney got into the back of Jeremy Cody. Not sure if Cody was trying to check up or what the deal is. We'll find out. It was pretty quick. Race control already saying it. EOL on the 3, which is that red number 12. Daniel Sweeney gonna go to the end of the line. Tough break for Sweeney as he was having a decent race. New race leader going to be Jake Grout. Logan Powers going to fire off from 2nd. Scott Roachford, Ethan Tyrell, and Kyle Willis now your top 5. Stephen Roachford has made his way back up to 6th. Casey Biotti in 7th. No love lost there. Ty Delphia going to be starting in 8th. Aiden Young in 9th. Tyler Cahoon having a fantastic race for him here on iRacing in 10th spot. Tyler, one of those great drivers in real life, for some reason or another, just can't quite pick up the sim. do love watching them race in real life, though. Cheer them on every chance I get. Two drivers so far have not come down pit road for tires. Scott Rochefort and Jason Goddett Jr. in the 17. Scott Rochefort, your fourth place runner on the original set of tires that we started 61 laps ago. And we go green once again. Jake Kraut with a great jump on the outside. Logan Powers holds on to second. Ethan Tyrell in third. Here comes the 66 of Rochefort. Rochefort working the outside of Scott Rochefort. It's Steven and Scott doing battle, and it didn't take long for Steven to take over. Scott now pushed back to the 5th spot. Grout up top. Powers, Tyrell, Rochefort, and Rochefort. Kyle Willis and Casey Biotti having a battle. It's a battle for the 6th spot. Rochefort just in front of him. Willis on the bottom side, has control. Biotti fights back on the outside. Jake Grout continues to lead the way. Willis holding strong on the inside. Scott Rochefort is there. Now, Scott Rochefort making that car about 14 feet wide. Nobody's getting around him. Biotti gets around both of them. Oh, and the 43 of Willis goes around. The 4 car was there. Colton Martin was right behind him. Oh boy. Caution 6 on the evening. The 43 got loose. The 4 tried checking up, and the 13 of Ty Delphia couldn't avoid it. Everything else was racing. That could be a racing deal. We'll see. Race control will figure that one out. Meanwhile, we're going to have about 30 laps to go when we cross the line one more time. Jake Grout, Logan Powers, Ethan Tyrell, Steven Rochefort, and Casey Biotti going to be your top 5. There's some heavy hitters. Ty Delphia bringing it down pit road in the 13. A couple of other cars down there. Jason Goddard and Kason Hodgson sitting on pit road. Kason's been there for about 7 minutes, so heavy damage on that car. Race control calling that one a racing incident, and I absolutely agree with that. When you're running that close and something happens to the car in front of you, it just doesn't take long. The closing speed on these cars very, very fast. And unfortunately, that's what we get. I want to take this time out to once again thank the Farmyard store. A big thank you goes out to the Farmyard store as our sponsor tonight, but also they will be sponsoring media coverage of all Flying Tiger Triple Crown races at White Mountain Motorsports Park and Thunder Road, as well as the ACT Tri-State Tiger Series on Vermont and New Hampshire Racing News. Make sure to check them out. Go to their website, check them out on Facebook, whatever you can do. And also, make sure if you're in the area and you can say thank you to the Farmyard store, please do. It takes 2 seconds to thank a sponsor in real life. Green flag is back out. Jake Grout with a good start. Logan Powers gets a little bit of a battle down from Ethan Tyrell. Powers on the outside, trying to put the power down. He's going to the inside. Logan Powers looking strong. Next time by, 3/4 of the race will have been completed. Grout, Powers, Tyrell, your top three. Casey Biotti in fifth. Stephen Rochford to his outside. Rochford fighting hard for position. Stephen Rochford on the outside of Casey Biotti. These two no strangers to each other this season. Rochford getting a good run on the outside, just good enough this time by to keep in front of Biotti in the 45. A little bit of damage over the left rear wheel of Stephen Rochford's number 66, but not enough to cause any problems as we fall under caution once again. Oh boy. Yeah, they got stacked up pretty hard there. Brian Rogers is the one facing the wrong way on track. Ty Delphia mixed up in that one. The 01 of Jeffrey Champagne, the 4 of Colton Martin, and the 44 of Jeremy Cody. And temper starting to flare. Jake Grout, your race leader. 20 laps to go. Logan Powers, Ethan Tyrell, Stephen Rochford, Casey Biotti, your top 5. Scott Rochford, Jarvis Sodile, Aiden Young, Tyler Cahoon, and Kyle Willis round out the top 10. 2 more on the lead lap. It's Jason Gaudette Jr. in the 17, Colton Martin in the 4. Top 12 cars on the lead lap. This caution deemed another racing incident, kind of the same thing. We saw a check up and bumpers met. It's kind of how it happens. Once again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in to True Sim Productions. It's been a really good time. We've got one more race next week with these guys. Then we take some time off. I get a whole week off, and then I start a Sunday night series. Green flag out one more time with 17 laps to go. Jake Grout up front. The battle right now for second spot between Powers and Tyrell. Powers on the outside, lets it sail. Powers takes over second spot. Stephen Rochford saw it happen on the outside. Oh, the 23 of Ethan Tyrell having issues. Able to hold on to it as caution comes out again. This one may be on the 44. We're going to go back and take a peek. Chad White to the inside. Brian Rogers right behind him. And oh, the 8 car. Oh, something happened there. I'm going to jump back a little bit. Take that a little bit slower for a second. Oh, the 8 car just went right across his nose. See if there was anything to set that up. Nope. So I would say, and it's not my say, but I would say that would probably on Chad White. Even though he was, well, he let it come up. Yeah, that's what happened. But the 44 didn't give him enough room. So the 44 are going to get a drive through under green. So that one deemed on Cody. Jake Grout, Logan Powers, Ethan Tyrell, Stephen Rochford, Casey Biotti, your top 5. Next time by, we should start folding the cars up, getting them ready to go back green flag racing with 10 laps to go is what I'm thinking. Eight cautions here so far tonight, and I am going to say so far. I don't believe we've seen the last one. Like I said, some heavy hitters have climbed and clawed their way to the top. Some may want to climb and claw a little bit more. Pace car lights are off. We go green. Next time by, it will be 10 laps to go. Jake Grout with a good jump over Logan Powers. Powers with a head of steam coming out of turn 2. Can't do anything with it. Jake Grout, your race leader. Stephen Rochford on the outside trying to get around Ethan Tyrell. Rochford now might be setting his sights on Powers. Oh, Rochford off the wall. Biotti takes it down low, tries to put a nose in front of Rochford now. Ethan Tyrell in the 3rd spot. Side by side, Biotti and Rochford. 8 laps to go. Make it 7. Biotti able to get a car length on Stephen Rochford. Biotti now in 4th spot. Jake Grout leads the way. Logan Powers trying to figure it out. Laps to go. 5 laps for Jake Grout. This could be the kind of night he needed. Logan Powers, 2-time winner here this season, looking for number 3. 3 laps to go. 3 laps to go now for Jake Grout. Aiden Young right on the back bumper of Steve Rochford. This time by Popsicle Sticks start flying. 2 laps to go for Jake Grout. Powers trying just about everything to find a way around Grout. Grout not giving it up. 1 lap to go. Less than 4/10 of a mile now for Jake Grout. The 31 lets it sail. It puts the bumper to it. Not going to happen. Jake Grout, Logan Powers, Ethan Tyrell, your top 3. Biotti, Rochford, and Aiden Young round out the top 6. A great race out of Scott Rochford and Tyler Cahoon coming in 7th and 8th. Cahoon with a good one. Kyle Willis, Jarvis Sodile, Jason Goddett, and Daniel Sweeney, your top 12. Those are the drivers on the lead lap. Congratulations goes out to Jake Rout. Results are on the screen. It's going to be Jake Grout, Logan Powers, Ethan Tyrell, Casey Biotti, Steven Rochefort, your top 5. Aiden Young, Scott Rochefort, Tyler Cahoon, Kyle Willis, and Jarvis Sodile, your top 10. Jason Goddett Jr., Daniel Sweeney rounded out the drivers on the lead lap. Then it was Ty Delphia, Colton Martin, Brian Rogers Jr., top 15. Jeffrey Champagne, Chad White, and Jeremy Cody, 18th. Kason Hodgson going to bring it home, 19th. Bill Porter and Andrew Harmon did not start this race. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you one last time for tuning in here to True Sim Productions. Next week will be the final week for the Vermont and New Hampshire Racing News iRacing Series. I look forward to calling the action right here on True Sim Productions in front of all of you fans. Again, thank you very much for tuning in and have yourselves a great night.